guys, this is something that happens mostly in universities and all of that. We see that in tertiary institutions, and not just that, some other schools as well.
Right.
Like when you go to a public school, a federal school, and a federal university as well, and then they tell you first class is for us.
First class is for God.
First class is for God.
Second
class is for us. For them, lecturers.
For me, you say for me, and as a lecturer, it's for third class.
Second class lower. Yeah.
Now it's for
you guys.
You and my wife and children.
Do you get that?
So that means your intelligence. That's what they say.
So that's what it is. And you see many bright minds. In fact, up till today, I still feel like I was cheated out of that first class because I really wanted it.
Same
and
here.
People studied. We studied and studied just to be there, and we didn't get. I don't want to say we didn't get what we deserved, but I mean it was a system that was going to decide what we deserved at that time.
But,
there's just that heavy. The lecturers had so much power to decide whether or not you're going to graduate from school, and that's why you see people writing extra courses over and again. I knew someone who did that about 3 times. Went back writing and at some point he just gave up. It's not a do or die affair. Let me just get out of the system.
Are you serious?
Nobody's letting me go.
At the
get out of
final stage
for 3 times.
Wow.
If I'm not mistaken, coming back to write an extra year. At some points when you write, they'll tell you just take. That's what they call fair. Let my people go. Let my people go. That's what they call it in school. Then they just let them go like that, and that's not fair. That's not fair because you would use this certificate basically all of your life.
That's right.
That if you're going to whether you're actively participating in the discipline where you have studied or in your discipline, right, you still need that certificate. See people who were at the time of the ministerial screening, we realized some people's age and whatever was not correlating, but you would still need that. If you're looking at getting to some place at some level in your career and all of that, you'd still need that. So why would you deprive somebody of that's a lifelong achievement?
Exactly.
And it happens all of the time. Now, when I came across this story, and I was like, this is what we will just talk about today. It's a student from Ebonyi State University. She committed suicide after a lecturer repeatedly failed her. Then her mother brought her corpse to the school, saying that the lecturers should come and take it. Now, days before she committed the suicide, she had complained to her mother that a certain lecturer had been failing her consecutively. She was always failing that course. She didn't know why she was failing that course, but the lecturer was always failing her. And, some people have very low threshold for things like this. And, we don't know what prompted this, but I mean, you need to be able to connect one thing to another. If you're going to investigate the story, you first look at what was very stressful to her, what affected her mental health. You look at all of these things before coming to a conclusion. But this is what the accusations are, the assertions are. We don't know. We haven't confirmed if this is the reason exactly she committed suicide. And sadly, we might never be able to know why she committed suicide, except maybe she probably dropped a note, or she spoke to a friend, or she relayed the message to someone that this is the exact reason I'm committing a suicide. But I don't think it's out of place for the mother to come and lay that complaint, because this was the last thing my child told me, that she's been failed consecutively and all of that. Now, what do you think should be done about in situations like this? Let me tell you, if you have gone to a public school, you would understand what I'm talking about. If some private schools, students might have gone through stuff like that, but oftentimes you see people from private universities, they come out with their first class, they're smart enough, but these people who go through the federal system, which is even much more rigorous, with distractions, the environment not conducive for learning, and they still do their best, but they never get these certificates. And this is why people always think of them as second class. Over people who went to private universities like this, because the grades are not based on merit. Some grades are not based on merit. And now, I'm able to talk about it like this because I've gone through a system like that, and I've seen things happen like this, and probably might have gone through it personally. So this is it. What do we do about this system? Because it has gone on for far too long.
What do we do about this system? A big question, huge questions that you're asking right there, Master. I mean, I think as many Nigerians might also want to add their voice, it would be the need to overhaul the entire system. Look, if an education process or a system is not helping, it's high time we began to look into it and redesign the system, give a new face to it, right? If you have to perform some sort of, how do I put this now? now. Morality test, yes, on these lecturers or on every participant or stakeholder in the process, then you have to do that, because it goes beyond just saying that ASU is coming here and there saying, oh, we want this, we are demanding government council.
Is the system
even
organized?
safe? Is the
system
well
safe?
structured, to accommodate, to allow for education to prevail, to thrive? We do not even have a conducive environment, Master. Let's be honest with ourselves.
Yeah.
I mean, we know what we go through. Apart from the private universities that we know, let's go to the public universities. Know that we go through rigorous stress, just trying to, read, study, and all of that. Where is the enabling environment? And yet you're still
depriving people of the mark.
That's the point. You still deprive the people of the mark. Where's the place of also, grading people based on the effort? I think if you gave me something to do now, I may not have the answers totally, but if I show effort, you should grade me for it. That's the point. And that is also something that should spread into the work environment too, right? And it should not also be something that should be restricted from the school environment.
Yeah.
And that's why I was glad when, we mentioned matters of concern, the policy that says with how productive you are.
The more productive you are,
you get
the more your wage.
Beautiful. I love it. I love it, so that you see that your stress is indeed, or your effort is indeed valid. And that's what it is. Not even stress. It's the effort. And of course, effort comes with stress.
Yes.
I mean, so the stress is indeed valid. Is valid and is valued. Right? These are the two things.
Yes. So anyways, this is a situation we will be talking about this morning. I mean, the mother is in a very devastated state.
Who wouldn't be in a devastating state?
She brought the body of the child to the school, and then she's saying, you know what, take the body, might as well take the body. You took the grades from her, so take the bodies. But this has got to stop. Remember, I think sometime after COVID, it was sex for grades we were talking about.
We were talking about that,
some lecturers were being recorded,
right.
They were caught, some of them were released, some of them were persecuted.
Sure.
We don't even know the complete story right now. We don't know where some of them are right now. But these things are real. These things are real. People feel afraid to go to school and learn because of things like this.
And Master, the part that really worries me is the part where a lecturer will openly tell you that in my time, I was also persecuted.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they tell you openly, like, you know what? They persecuted me. They did not let me get 2-1. They did not let me get even 2-2. There are some people that came up with third class that you feel that the third class should humble them. But no, they now have the opportunity to be maybe assistant lecturer and all of that, maybe become a full lecturer and of that after going through the PGDE process and all of that to accredit their first degree. And then they can tell you that, look, I know what I went through to get this result.
And truthfully, Uduak, success in life is not determined by degrees.
Tell them.
Maybe when we start to learn these things in this part of the other developed countries have started to do things like this. Nobody even really cares about this education, this formal education.
Nobody cares
because it doesn't guarantee your success in life. The people who have graduated 15 years, 10 years, 5 years, and they still have got nothing to do. They don't even know where they're headed right now. They still haven't been able to get a job and all of that. So, I mean, young Nigerians ought to learn this.
It's another kettle
we
of fish.
ought to learn this. We ought to know. It's not. It doesn't guarantee anything that is taking your mental health is not disturbing your mental health. Is not worth it. And we should learn to report things. Report things. See, there's so many things in school that I had taken that if I had known, like if I knew better, like if it was this time it was happening, I would have known exactly what to do and exactly how to handle that situation. Like you said, it's not all about canvassing for more money, as to pay us the money. Like, is the system conducive? What structure have you put in place to ensure the rights of the students are being protected, or the students don't have a right?
Well, in Nigeria, I don't think we do have a right. Well, they do have a right as students, or even though it is right there, in the constitution or in whatever governing laws that oversee the school, but it's just in papers. It's just in papers. But when it comes to reality, idealism, no, it's not even there, right? And there's many schools, SRCs, student representative councils, have been scrapped, or they have been gagged, such that they cannot even make their say. They cannot, no. So priority of the students is diminished. In fact, I will tell you again for a fact that the whole ASU government issue and all of that, even though that's not what we're talking about, but of course it's somewhat interrelated.
Yeah.
It's just about these two persons. Nobody has ever said anything about
The students.
The students.
Who
Nobody's talking
you
about
constantly
anything.
close the schools, and you
nobody's
see their
saying-
counterparts are making progress, and then they're there. You
And
know,
the students are not suing ASU. The students are not coming out to
crazy.
sue ASU.
It's
the
crazy.
man says, what are they
It's
doing?
crazy.
What are they saying? I'm not inciting, I'm just saying that the students do not even have a voice per se.
so who are we really fighting
Who we're really
for? At the
fighting
end
for?
Of the
That's
day?
the question.
So, anyways, if you ask me, I think that that particular lecturer that was accused
Yes.
of failing the
Yes.
student consecutively, you know, the scripts of that child or that girl should be reviewed.
That's right. That's another
Bring
thing.
the scripts of the girl should be reviewed thoroughly.
Will shock you.
If she failed, then they have no argument.
Right.
But if she did not fail and the lecturer kept failing her intentionally, then the government or the necessary bodies should be taken up. But a panel should be set up as of now.
Okay.
Like yesterday, the panel should already have
Look at
been.
my skin.
The panel should be goosebumps.
Goosebumps.
The panel should be set up to look into the script of that girl and remarked if possible.
Right.
You know.
You know why I was having the goosebumps? I don't know why. It feels as though I'm taking this personal, but no, I'm not. But it's because I've also seen, these things happen,
like that.
in school. When we're in 100 level, a young, bright young man just passed on because of, what do they call that thing? A cold. When the cold enters your
Pneumonia.
body. Pneumonia. But because there was no speedy,
Response by the medical
to
team of school.
the young man passed on in 100 level.
I think we've talked about that last year,
Right?
late last year, early this year.
Oh,
two
right?
students passed in school
Just
in
like
university
that.
because of slow response.
Avoidable-ish. Now, where am I going with this? You made mention of the fact that the script should be remarked. I agree totally with that. But beyond that, whether the girl was a Dundee, which of course has not been, brought to the fore yet. Whether she was a Dundee, which would have been the highest of it, rather. Yeah. What is your job as a lecturer?
To make them understand.
That's the point. I think for lecturers or some teachers now, or those who are supposed to impact knowledge, are beginning to lose their hold and their grip as to why they are even educators.
So
in the
it's
first
more
place.
like, let me come to the class and lecture. Whether you understand it or not, you
That's it.
fail, and that's it.
That's it.
So I think we just need to get it better, or we need things to be done better. But let's open up the phone lines now. I think we've dissected the story a little too much, and let's hear you on 09073530044 or 09087668888. You can leave us a message on WhatsApp letting us know what your contributions to the stories we have lined up for today will be on 09097054450. This is the situation, and trust me, something needs to be done about it. Just like the federal government was saying, no person younger than 18 years of age should get into the university system.
Yes.
That's the same way structures should be put in place to ensure that the rights of these students are protected. Because even if they are 18, how are they protected from things like this? Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning, Mata.
Yes, good morning, Elder. I trust
Good
you doing
morning,
well.
my
Yes.
regard to you.
Thank you so much. Let's
And
hear
then my
you.
regard to Baressa there.
Good morning to you.
Hello, how are you?
Very well. Thank you.
You see, what they're supposed to do to that type of lecturer, this and this university. This Federal Ministry of Education is supposed to set monitor committee, department in many universities. When the student can go and complain that he molest from a lecturer. And then those monitor committee, they will take it up immediately. This one where he hangs himself now, what they're supposed to do. Hello?
Yes, we're with you. Go on.
The Federal Ministry of Education has to send to that place and collect all the exam paper of that year to verify it, whether it's true or not. And if it's true that the lecturer is failing her because of this, that lecturer is supposed to be charged immediately to give deterrence to the other people. Without have monitor unit from Federal Ministry of Education, this thing will continue. And then Savicon is supposed to be in anywhere in university. If there's any complaint, the student will go to Savicon office and complain, and then they will bring the attention of the lecturer. And then if it not stop it, they will write to Federal Ministry of Education. They have to deal with it. But all those things not on the ground in university. The molesting in university is too much.
Yeah.
University, if it not buy handout, if it not buy handout, they'll pay you. And then if you are a beautiful lady, you refuse to give up. The lecturer will continue failing you, and then nobody is questioning them. Unless it's Federal Ministry of Education, money.
Elder, are you there?
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so
Elder,
much for that contribution. You know, Savicon, some schools have the Savicon, but it's completely inactive, you know, very much inactive.
Honestly.
You'd see their offices,
Yeah.
but it's locked 100% of the 100%.
And then people are working there and they're getting paid.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mata.
Yeah, welcome and thanks for joining us.
Yes, my name is GB. Good morning, Edward.
Good morning to you, GB.
Yes, it's very pathetic, the situation of that lady that committed suicide. No matter what, in sometimes upbringing and some kind of teaching you give your children matters. Sometimes the parents abandon these people. How I don't know how mature are they to take threats? How mature are your children? How are you teaching them about life? Because I don't know, is it because of fear of failure or what people will say or whatever that makes somebody to say the end is to take his life? To me, I think it's more than just failing an exam. Number one, some parents, the way they talk to their children, as if a failure is not expected in life. If you look at the Bible, look at people's life, failure is part of life. I've failed in many instances. I've failed, and when you do back, don't repeat your mistake. It is then you are learned from your failure. If you repeat what this is taught, then you see more failure. What I'm saying is that I think the parents will have been able to take care of this area. If there's communication, bonding
I agree.
between the parents and the child, that's the area I'm going. How close are you with your children? That they could tell you, people think you think doesn't matter. They'll say, Mommy, this happened to me yesterday.
Yeah.
They should have to have trust in the parents that, look, let me go and tell my parents first. To me, look as if the parents are far. Because if they will have seen some signs of communication from that day, that something is going through something and she needs help. I don't know what I'm saying.
Yes, I get you. I agree. I agree with you. I agree.
Another thing is that you know people know that you work as a community. But our friends in fact anywhere you are, people that you can confide in. Tell them your problem.
Exactly.
I think it's very key. Some people are so isolated, they live a kind of lonely life, and it's not good. Because if you have some friends say, look, waiting to happen to you, that the way you are looking, come on, let's go out, let's go and do that. We have been able to tell them this is what I'm passing through, or the solution. So to me, it's something that very able to happen. Even if they go and remark the text, the exam or whatever, can you revive her the life?
Yeah.
She took her life, nobody killed her. So that one is even a major thing to me. Not even about is something.
All right. Thank you.
People who left school with top class, did not identify me. They are not with top class in the university. They're one of the best players in Nigeria today. I'll tell you the record.
All right.
So, if you don't see them as a failure, whatever, it's not the end of life. That's academic.
All right, GB.
Thank you so much, GB. Thank you for that contribution there. And we hear you. But you can't say she wasn't killed. I mean, something led to that, right? Something led to that.
Yeah.
But I agree with him.
Yeah.
Some parents just dump the children in school and they don't get to talk to them. They don't tell them anything. You know, you need to be able to let them know that they can come to you regardless of the situation. Hi, So. Good morning.
Hello?
So, good morning to you.
Hello?
So, I can hear you clearly even.
Okay. Good morning. My name is Toso.
All right, so good to have you join us this morning. Talk to me.
Good morning, Mata. You see, I don't know where to start, but let me say life is lost already, right?
Yeah.
No matter the remedy, no matter the committee and everything, life is lost. My challenge is that, Mata, I grew up when parenting was everybody's business. Right? This person must not be your child first. There was a communication phase that, okay, I had failed and I'm writing this for a second time. Right? I don't even know how we get to that point that we make children or people feel once you are not on the top, you are a failure. There was a time I attended a class and the lecturer said, even if your answer is not right, just say something. Don't diminish people just because you feel they are wrong. That thing sink into their head and they grow up with them. I'm also happy that the fact that the Minister of Education said, okay, you must be 18 and above.
Yeah.
You need to be minded, like you need to have that, your mind should be strong enough to handle situations. That is why you are in the university. It's not just going to go and pass, write and pass your exam and all this thing. You need to accommodate everything. You need to handle situations. That will make you strong. That's when you come out, you'll be able to multitask. You'll be able to handle a difficult lecturer. That is what makes you a university student. Not just going there, okay, because I want to make it, okay, I want to make first class, I want to make it A's, I want to this thing. And then secondly, I don't still understand why someone will write a carryover again and see fail. I don't know how they do that in the university. I don't know why. It's not supposed to be so, no matter what. On no account, if I'm able to write this for the second time, I should be able to. There's no way you can fail me for the second time again. I think the Minister of Education needs to sit up. Those people, those Asian people that are still in the university, making sure that that thing I garbage in, garbage out, that thing I say it should be the same thing that you write it back to me. They should change it.
Yeah. All right.
They should change it.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so for
Thank you
that contribution.
Right.
Yes, still have a lovely day. And
Well, look, Martha, the thing is, you might also want to consider another angle to it. So it's said, comprehensive wisdom. But then again, what would even drive somebody that, I failed, so I need to take my life, right? One of such would be, again, what are you exposed to? What is it that this child...
people say.
Yeah, that's one.
Would my parents take it?
That's another one. Then what are you exposed to? In terms of social media, the movies you watch, the things you watch, all of these have a way of also informing
you're
that
a failure
kind of
and all of that. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Martha.
Yes, good morning. Is this okay, Chuku?
Yes, okay.
Oh, okay, Chuku, it's good to have you join us. Talk to me.
Thank you. See, I just want to say something. No matter any condition in life, it doesn't warrant anybody to take his life.
Yeah.
No matter whatever you are facing. There's one certain time I face challenges. Honestly, it takes the grace of God for me to come out. Every different kind of thing. Honestly, I was tired because even my family were not with me. So, but I did not take my life. I still put it in prayer. Then God makes everything work for good. So please, I'm urging everybody, please, in any condition you are, don't go and take your life. It will not solve the problem.
Right.
The problem is still there. So
I agree. Thank you so much, Ogechuku, for putting that out there.
All right. So
nothing warrants taking your life.
I need to put this one out too. The student in question is a final year's English student, right, at Ebonyi State University, and she committed suicide in a hostel. Right? And then the question also would be, what are the circle of friends? What kind of friends do you even keep that you would commit suicide and nobody even knows the hostel?
I was trying to find out how she committed the suicide, but I mean...
Okay, we'll try to look into that. But then now she had passed all her courses. So let's not get it twisted. This is not a dullard. She had passed all her courses but repeatedly failed a particular course taught by this particular Dr. Enyi. And a man has vowed that she would never pass this course. That's the bullying and the whole thing that goes on and all of that. And even though the deceased mother had blamed the doctor for her daughter's suicide, our friends also described her as one who is very desperate to graduate. She wants to graduate. She's a very ambitious person and all of that. So this is somebody who's full of life. Yeah. So for someone to get to a point where you get to say, it means that thing has happened over and over again. And probably because investigations is still ongoing, she must have made one or two attempts to seeing that she can assuage or change her fate with this particular lecturer, and it didn't quite work. Maybe this last one was the last straw. And
people have elastic limits.
That's the point.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, welcome and thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
Please tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yeah, Mr. John from Dapi.
Oh, Mr. John, good to have you. Let's hear you.
Yeah. It's really a pity for that girl. The first thing I'm here to say, as a parent, if a child lay a complaint of that sort, honestly, I think the mother of that child they should have arrested that situation even before it gets to that suicide situation.
Yeah.
But honestly, she complained to her that a particular lecturer has always been failing her. I think it's in a place to go to the school and find out what exactly is going on.
Yeah.
I'm sure the way they will attend to the parents will be different from the way they will attend to the child.
Yes.
And again, I don't know why students of these days, because of their life of cheating, they don't know that the school has a senate. If actually you're having a situation like that with a lecturer, you take your matter to the senate. But the truth is that before you should do that, you should be confident that you know what you are doing.
Okay.
Because if at the end what they do is they will bring up your script, possibly put up the exam for you. Many of them will be there to monitor your writing.
Investigate. Yeah.
There you can prove yourself that lecturer is failing you for nothing. Honestly, while I was in school, lecturers they do that, but they don't take it close to excellent students because they will be embarrassed. So my advice to students is they should know what they are in school for. If they are in for it, they should be in for it. So if a lecturer, whether you are a girl or not, we are in school, the girls are the ones that faces the serious problem. Sex lecturer.
Exactly.
But there is one of my classmates at then that has that issue. She took it to Senate, and the lecturer was disgraced. Because she was there, she knew what she was doing. She was able to defend it when there's someone there. And then the lecturer was disgraced. This is the way to go about it.
Okay. Thank you.
Because if you know you're not confident enough to defend yourself, and then you take that down there, you're in serious trouble. You understand?
Yes.
So I advise students to be up and doing. And besides, certificate does not guarantee your success in life.
Exactly.
So why should one take life because of mere degree, Nigerian degree for that matter?
Right.
Thank you, girl.
Why now that you say it like that, is Nigerian degree? It's a degree too. Come on, it's a degree too. But these things are one of the rot in the educational system. Rot in the system, because if just like you're saying, go and report to the Senate. This person, it's possible that you get to the Senate and you also be frustrated.
That's the point.
So many people would not want to go through the stress of just causing an alarm, and then at the end of the day you become the victim, or you are victimized because you don't have any sort of power whatsoever.
That's the question.
Now for some it's not just failing you, some you have to pay. You have to pay.
You have to sort.
Project students, they go through that a lot. You had to sort, where some people, every term or every semester, you keep money for sorting. There are people who do that in universities.
Can I shock you, Martha? These kinds of lecturers, in the end, maybe give them 3 years, they'll get appointments.
Yes,
they'll get appointments.
You know the
they'll
funny
get
thing
into offices.
You know the funny thing is that this sorting now, whether you're intelligent or not, you'd sort.
That's the point.
That's how it was then. Except you want something very basic and regular.
Yes.
They would still make you conform to the standard of sorting. Otherwise, things like this will happen. You keep failing and failing and failing again. But just like some of us have rightly said, you should be open to your children. Let them be comfortable enough to speak with you. I remember I always would. Anything that causes me any level of discomfort like this, I would definitely be able to relate to either my friends or my family. Make it easy for them. Don't say they're in school and that's their business, or they've gone to this phase of their life, that's their business. At some point they'll need guidance, and you're there with them because you have gone through the process, and you should guide them. And whether or not you have been actively involved, or you've gone through the tertiary process or not, you are still their parents. One or two things that you do can contribute to their comfortability where they are. So yes, I agree with you. And now nothing should make you take your life. Last week we were planning on talking about how the system of education, which we call formal, is not the only form of education.
Of course.
In developed countries, nobody takes books. Some of them don't even take. In countries, I will talk about China all the time because they're very progressive as regards innovation, technology. They're very progressive people.
Awesome.
And you hardly see them in class writing paper and pen. They get hands-on, do the job. And look at how far they've come as a nation.
So where were they before?
So maybe we should try to Try to look at the other informal system where you can now be hands-on. If your head will not take the book, if your head will not pack or you will not carry book, look for something that you are good at and do it. Again, these things that they contribute little to nothing, or they're not they don't define your success level in life, whether you have a certificate or not. I think we need to first of all demystify that, or do like a sensitization, and people start to understand these things even way better. But hopefully we'll have that conversation on a very good day. But thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you.